Alright, here's the Sideshow 1/6 scale exclusive version Deadpool. And here's the box. You guys want to see the shipper box, just look at the unboxing video. Exclusive little foil logo there on the bottom. Has some wraparound art here on the side. You know, it goes through and finishes up the picture there, and it goes around there as well. This side's got the Deadpool logo and a bullseye. And then it says Deadpool on the side there. See how this has the wraparound art as well. It's a little bit more fleshed out here though. Some Sideshow Collectibles information. And then on the end you got a white Deadpool logo. The little insert comes out and it's like vinyl. And then you got place for the figure. And hopefully this is backed up enough. And once you get the foam out, all those extra hands and all the little stickers. Alright, here's the entire contents of Deadpool's box, except for the foam and protective inserts and stuff. And one pocket. I have one pocket that I actually accidentally snapped a clip off of. So you can see the little clips right there on the back of the katana, the little metal clips. And I just got to super glue it on, but I just stuck it back in one of the bags in the box for right now. So you can see he has 6 hands total for the right hand. He has like the OK sign, a trigger hand, a fist, a thumbs up, and a peace sign. And then he has, of course, a fist, a katana gripping hand, which he has a katana gripping hand right here, and then a firing hand, which is right there and there. So yeah, so that's all the parts for that. 2 grenades, which the pins are separate. They're made out of metal. You could take the pins out. You just got to unbend it from the other end. Yeah. So he comes with like the pins are metal, the blades for the katanas are metal, and the shiny part. The barrel, actually, the gun, is metal. So that's kind of neat. The BFG here comes in 2 parts. We'll look at that first up close, if I can slide this off. So out of the box, just like that, you have like the little slide right there and everything. A little bit of gloss paint job going on there, trying to replicate a lens. A little bit of detail in there, nothing really fancy, just a little bit of wear. A couple of spots of red. Some nice weathering and stuff on there, and then of course you just gotta slide this thing on. And now that's the BFG, which I'm probably not gonna display him with. I'll probably find some like this is a crappy G.I. Joe gun, but I have some more like this, like an MP5 or a couple of Uzis or something like that I'll stick him with. Yeah, I have this little combat knife here. Actually, is that blade? Blade's metal on that one too. What do you know? All his blades are metal. Who would figure that Deadpool would have all metal, sharp, pointy, poke your eye out things? So that's pretty cool. So, and I have the little clip there if you can make that out. And it'll just clip on a pocket or wherever you want to stick it. So that's pretty neat. The katana up close. Not a lot of detail on the blade. They didn't really get that nice angled look to the blade or anything like you see on some of the like the souvenir swords you get in Japan and stuff like that, or like the cheap ones you get online. The hilt has a nice bit of detail on it if it's in focus. I'm sitting way back from the camera, so it's hard for me to tell. Hopefully this turns out. I covered all that stuff. The gun's pretty cool. Has like the Deadpool logo on there. Has a removable magazine. The little painted bullet inside there. Wouldn't be surprised if that was actually... Nope, it looks like it's plastic molded. Just one piece. It just slides in. Holds in by friction. That is metal, like I said before. It does have a small hole in it, like it should. You just got to slide it on there, and then it goes into his holster. Unfortunately, mine came packaged with the little restraint part there. Kind of got tucked behind the gun. Sorry, not gun. That's a freaking sidearm. Sidearm there, and so it kind of has a weird wrinkle in it. But your mileage may vary. Yeah. Of course, the weapons he's wearing are exactly the same as the ones that. I just showed you. All these pockets already come on him when he comes out of the box. So, those are all the pockets that he came with, except for one that I broke. Little buckles. Haven't tried all the little buckles and stuff yet. More pockets on the back. Like that, but I guess you can have the back of Deadpool. I don't know. Let's look at Deadpool real quick. So he has like his little beanie propeller thing on his helmet. A lot of nice detail on there, a lot of nice rot and everything. He has his little chin strap holding his chin on. And the vertebrae and everything. Hopefully this is coming on in focus. There we go. Looks like I'm blocking my own light there. It kind of sucks. Alright, so back to the actual figure. And this guy, he's pretty awesome. He looks really good. Love the look. I mean, here he is with the his 2 Marvel Legends releases. I think there was one more release, the 2-pack release that I don't have, but I think it wasn't too dissimilar from either of these, but you know, pretty much have, you know, Deadpool and then Deadpool. So it's 3 different versions. Essentially, I have more of the X-Men style there with the big, crazy, huge yoke-looking strap on there with all the pockets around there. And then more of a classic, this is this old Series 6 Toy Biz Deadpool there. And he looks really good. Looks good. Like, if all 3 of these guys were 12-inch figures, I would buy all 3. Totally awesome. So yeah, pockets. They kind of get in your way when you're trying to mess with them. It's kind of like, can I move that? Can I not move that? What's going on here? So it's kind of neat. We'll start at the head. Hopefully I don't get too much in my own light. But yeah, his head moves all the way around. And you have like all your basic movement. But the one thing that's really weird, he has the weird, if you guys collect Star Trek ships, this looks like the same kind of peg that they put on the top of the ships. I'm sure if you unplug that, then you can do whatever you need to swap out heads. It just has a big hollow, one-piece Deadpool head, which for Deadpool this works. I mean, other figures, you know, you're going to want like the that whole parallel eye movement thing that Hot Toys does, but it's going to be at a higher price point and all that. So for $225 or $229, whatever this guy was retail price, it's not too bad. So this is, I guess, is the more the classic sculpt there. If we can get that up close, a lot of really good sculpting in there. See his ears and everything. Doesn't have the little bunched up thing on top of this one. So that's almost my preference. I kind of wished that he'd had this version with the eyes like this version. But you can see his face is a little bit differently shaped. He has a different expression. This eye's really open. This one's really squinty. And of course, all one piece. Just one big piece of vinyl. So pretty neat. The eyes, if you can't really tell, they're just like they're white with a little bit of a black wash around it, so it almost gives the illusion of a pearlescent kind of thing just because of the shading. But like a pearlescent white would have been nicer. Hopefully this is all in focus. So there goes all that. Okay, so his head is really articulated. Now, of course, with the fabric costume, it's hard to get like a full range of motion out of him, but you get okay. You're going to pose him okay. I mean, the elbow has like a good bit. Of course, the wrist has a swivel and hinge and all that stuff. Like a lot of the different Hot Toys and some of the Sideshow, I've had problems with the hands on this guy popping off. And it's not that it pops off at the, well, it pops off both spots, but mainly because there's so much fabric in here from the red costume, and I think there's some padding in there too, it feels like. And then the little padded gauntlets on top of that to keep on wanting to push the hands off. So they keep on wanting to fall off on me. And with this guy, he has so many pockets, it's hard to really get a good hold of him without messing up a pocket. But yeah, he's like a waist articulation. You know, he's pretty well articulated. I mean, just the jumpsuit really kind of keeps him from being like super dynamic. But he's not really an action figure. He's just like a more of a movable statue. So yeah, pretty cool. He does have like, you know, a good bit of articulation in the toes and everything. So you're going to get this guy. You can get him to stand up by himself just fine. I mean, you can put him in little slightly dynamic poses. I had him, you know, like this earlier and stuff. And once you get the feet, you know, seated properly and just kind of lean the body in whichever way you need to go, he works out fine. So he's pretty balanced. He's not as light as some Sideshow figures. Like I have the Sideshow Clone Troopers. Those guys weigh like nothing. But this guy, he has a little bit of a weight to him. So yeah, pretty awesome. Hopefully I got to give you a pretty good idea what this figure's like. The only real complaint I have is that the pockets and these things just like, they almost want to fall off every time you touch them. So you don't want to touch the pockets. So that's like the only complaint, only because he has pockets everywhere. Yeah, you know, if you're not in this end of the market as far as spending that much money on a figure, you're probably not going to like it and be like, oh man, this figure's that much and doesn't come with like a bunch of light up features and stuff. But it comes with a ton of accessories. You know, I would have liked to have traded Well, actually, I think all the hands are accurate. I think the hand count is fine. The grenades are awesome. He's just missing... BFG is cool. Some people would have liked that. I would have liked a more exaggerated BFG, like something like whoosh, huge out here like that. But, you know, that's not too bad. But yeah, like I said like twice already, just some kind of Uzis or something would have been cool. Yeah. So for a 12-inch figure from Sideshow, for the price point, which is like their new higher price point. When I started buying Sideshow stuff, mainly Star Wars, they were like $70, $90 in that price range, and now we're over 2 times that. Not even 7 years later that I started buying, something like that, 7, 8 years later. So it seems like it's a pretty big hike, but this guy has a ton of stuff. Out of all the releases that I've gotten from Sideshow recently, this one's been worth the money. So as a Marvel Toy Biz and Hasbro collector, as a Star Wars 12-inch collector, and comparing him to the couple of Hot Toys I do have, this guy's definitely worth the money.
Deadpool.
If you don't have one, get one. He's freaking awesome. And yeah, I'm going to give this guy 2 thumbs up. Comment down here and give me a big old like and subscribe and all that stuff. And keep on playing with your toys. I do. Even the ones that aren't really toys. They're more like collectibles. Large size action figure. Never a doll. Alright guys, thanks for watching.